is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today.
Hey everybody, Jonathan here, aka Mini Superheroes Today, and this is my huge haul from BrickFair, Alabama 2022. Now, I had a great time, but you can hear in my voice, I think I picked up some kind of head cold thing. I've been getting better, getting worse all day, but anyways, it was a lot of fun, and I'm going to power through and try to make a little haul video here, even though I'm admittedly not feeling the best. So, to start off, let's go ahead and take a look at the name badge that you get. So when you're an exhibitor at BrickFair, you get to build this name badge, and they actually engrave these bricks. So you get to put your name on one brick, anything you want on another brick, and then of course they engrave that one. Then you build it all up, and you put this little magnet on there, and then it can clip to your shirt or whatever. And there's little poles here if you wanted to like clip some Lego accessories. So that's the first thing you get as an exhibitor. Now, being an exhibitor at BrickFair also means that you get to go for the extended hours, which means you can be there on Thursday and Friday, as well as after hours on Saturday, and participate in something called the yard sale, where anybody can come and sell stuff. So that's where a lot of this stuff came from, but some of it's from the vendor area. The next thing I'm going to point out is this bag of 2x2 plates. Now, these are used for playing bingo if you're an exhibitor after hours. So we played bingo. I didn't win anything, but the last thing I want to point out is this very cool Slave 1 Polybag from Lego Brickmaster. This would have been from probably around, what year does it say on here? 2011. There you go. And I thought that this was a really cool giveaway, but people were like really memeing it. I guess BrickFair has like a warehouse of these, so they give them away like every year, but I was still really excited to get it. So those are all the BrickFair freebies, if you will, and the rest of this stuff is all stuff I paid for. So probably the coolest thing, in my opinion, you guys may not agree, but it's the coolest thing in my opinion, is these discs here. Now you can see that this one's Batman, this one's Superman, and when we flip them around, it's Bane and Catwoman. Now, it's a little bit gross, but they're actually like stuck together. I don't know how that happened, but basically just to show you these would have gone in the display window at the Lego store around the year 2012. These are all the 2012 versions of the characters. And the weird thing is, look at the drawing of Batman. He doesn't have a black glove on. Why would any artist do that? Anyways, I love weird, random promotional stuff like this, so I was really, really excited about getting these. But yeah, I got those at the yard sale, 20 bucks for all four of them. $5 a piece. I love them. So let's see, what is the next thing we should look at? I got these from Eclipse Graphics. You can see their card back there, but these are all custom printed 2x2 plates, and they're all Lego versions of the Raimi Spider-Man newspapers. So that's pretty cool. I'll kind of turn them on their side so you can read some of these. But yeah, they're really, really cool. They were $1 a piece, so that was awesome. And in one of the dig bins, which is where there's just bulk brick, I found this cool Daily Bugle little receptacle here. So that's cool to get a lot of good Daily Bugle stuff. You could see that there's some box stuff back there. I'll go ahead and break those down now, I guess. I didn't really have any set order for these. This is the Stunt Go-Kart from Lego Studios from the year 2001. There you go. So this is older than Lego Spider-Man is. But I had this as a kid. I just thought it was cool to get it in the box. Admittedly, I don't remember how much I paid for this. With that being said, let's move the camera in just a little bit as we do this. Here we have Final Duel 1. Now, this is sealed, and the reason I wanted one of these sealed is later this year, I'll be meeting Ian McDiarmid, who played the Emperor. He's the actual actor that played Emperor Palpatine in all the Star Wars movies, and I'm going to have him autograph this signed box. So stay tuned for that. That should happen the last week of April at ICCC, a Star Wars convention here in Nashville. Super excited for that. I love this little thing. I got pretty much all of this box stuff here for the most part from the Brick University. They sell at a lot of brick fairs, but I love this little 6707 race set. It doesn't even say how many pieces are in it, but you can honestly kind of probably count from the box. This really should have been a polybag. I just think it's so wacky that it's actually a boxed Lego set. Like, I can't even imagine walking into Target and buying a Lego set in a box this size these days. The gator torso is really cool, but I just think that that's a really cool little oddity from that. Now, this one's pretty cool. I actually bought this from M&R Productions, who I'm sure you all know here from YouTube. Lego did this cool 6-pack of Marvel Studios minifigures. I think you could get them on Walmart's website too, but they weren't offered in stores as far as I know. Anyways, I got sent the Marvel minifigures from Lego, but I really liked this 6 box. It's the first time Lego ever offered something like this, so I really wanted it for my collection. And M&R had it at the yard sale, so I bought it off of him. So there's, the figures inside there. There's Wanda, Loki, Bucky, Zombie Cap. I wasn't really so concerned with the figures, honestly. I just wanted the box because, again, it's just one more thing to collect. And I don't know if M&R ever used this in a video or not, but if he did, I guess that's cool too. So, I don't know. I'm kind of rambling here. This one is another cool one. This is the Skateboarding Pepper. Now, if we flip it over, you can see that it's from the Island Extreme Stunts. I love that it's got this little 75-cent sticker on there. Could you imagine getting any Lego set for 75 cents these days? Yeah, forget about it. But it had really only 12 pieces. Again, kind of like this racer set. This absolutely should have been a polybag, and I love stuff like this. It's just such a cool piece of history, and I paid more than 75 cents for it, but that is pretty cool. Here we have the Orient Expedition Thunderblazer. I vaguely remember having this as a kid. I had a lot of these Johnny Thunder sets, and I just love getting old sealed stuff to add to my shelf, which is in my basement, which if you want to see my full house tour collection, check out my 50K subscribers video where I kind of go over all that stuff. That being said, we have 2 more Johnny Thunder sets right here. Dr. Kilroy's car and Johnny Thunder's plane. I definitely had both of these as a kid. Once again, 20 pieces and 21 pieces. Both of these today would absolutely be polybags. And I think it's really cool that if you got all 4 of these little sets, you could combine them into one bigger set. I really wish Lego would do more of that. They really don't offer stuff like that these days, but it's just a great thing to harken back to another time in Lego building and collecting. So with that being said, we've got only 2 more things to really talk about as far as boxed stuff, and that's the Temple of Gloom. Obviously, a little play on words for the Temple of Doom. Big reason I wanted this, but of course, it's Johnny Thunder in the Studios line. Very cool from the year 2000, 22-year-old set, still sealed, and by all accounts, in pretty good condition, too. Excuse me with the yawn. Like I said, I'm really feeling a little under the weather. Anyways, we've also got the Suitless Superhero. Now, I bought this from Sans. You guys know Sans from here on YouTube, and I guess he got this at some convention, and this was an exclusive minifigure from FanX 2019. I guess that Tom Holland was a guest at this con, and the local Bricks and Minifig store made this custom figure. Now, of course, it's using all official Lego pieces, except for the torso, which says, "I survived my trip to SLC," which I believe stands for Salt Lake City, Boat Repair for Heroes. And I guess that they sold these at the con, and Tom Holland signed some of them. He didn't sign this one, but, I really love that story from Sans, and I thought that this was a unique thing to add to my Lego collection. So that's that. Now, down here, you can see a whole bunch of figures, but I want to readjust the camera so that we can see them up close. So let's do that. These are all the figures I bought at the yard sale and at the vendors and stuff. So the very front row here, you can see it's all of the figures from the Friends apartment sets. Now, these are really, really great for making customs. I'm obviously really excited about that, but I got all of these minifigures, the Friends minifigures, for $25 since I think the set is like $150. I was thrilled to get just the figures for $25 because truth be told, as much as I enjoy the show Friends, I just don't have space for those apartments. It's a really big set. So to get all the minifigs for $25 was awesome in my book. Now moving forward, a lot of this stuff came from very different places. Why don't I go ahead and show you these? I built these in the Build-A-Minifigure stations that some of the vendors had. They would literally just have a bunch of random parts and pieces from different minifigs, and you could do kind of like a Build-A-Minifigure station at the store, like a accessory, torso, legs, blah, blah, blah. And I got 4 Build-A-Figs for like $15, I think, so I just got a lot of good pieces for making customs. And, since that's the main thing I do here on the channel, obviously those will all be very, very valuable. Let's switch gears and talk about the Minifig Swap. Now, on, I believe it was Friday, they did a thing called the Minifig Swap, where you take some figures you don't want anymore, other people bring figures they don't want anymore, and you basically just decide on a trade. Doesn't really go by necessarily fair market value, it's just, hey, I want this figure, you have that figure that I need, and you just trade them. So with that being said, I got this Batman, and this girl from the Lego Ninjago movie. I traded the Goblin King from Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit for them, and unfortunately I didn't realize until after the trade that Batman has some chew marks on him. He's not in very good condition, but such is life. Somebody got the Goblin King. I got the Goblin King basically for free last year, so, you know, if he's happy with it, I'm happy with it. It's not all about coming out on top sometimes. With that being said, I got Ultron and Dana Barrett from the Minifig Swap as well. Admittedly, I don't remember what I traded for these because the Minifig Swap was kind of hectic as it was going on. But I think I traded like a Specialist Clone Trooper. I don't remember which one for Dana Barrett. Obviously, that's a great trade because she's very rare and they needed the Clone Trooper, so they were happy. I don't remember what I traded Ultron for, but, you know, I feel like this is a figure that will always continue to climb in value. What else did I get from the Minifig Swap? I think I got this one and this one from the Minifig Swap as well. Don't remember what I traded for them, but they are awesome for customs, and I already have ideas for pretty much all of these parts. So with that being said, the rest of these I bought from vendors over the course of the weekend. So let's just kind of go rapid fire here. We got this red Protocol Droid. I'm sure it has a name like K3PO or something, but paid $16 for it. Maybe I overpaid. Maybe I got a deal. I don't know. Proxima Midnight. My Proxima Midnight has a torso crack, so it's good to get another one here that obviously doesn't have that. Here we've got Hyperion. I think I got him pretty cheap. He doesn't have a sticker on him, but I think I got him for like $5, which is a good deal because, of course, he's got those dual molded arms. The legs can come in handy for a lot of different customs, and I'm just very happy with that. Here we've got Rocket Raccoon. Don't remember what I paid for him, but this is the Polybag version that had the printed arms, so he's obviously very, very desirable and one that I'm happy to have. Here we've got Robin. I do remember I paid $5 for him. He's not a great figure in his own right, but those dual molded arms can really come in handy for characters like Shang-Chi and other short-sleeved characters that have red sleeves and tan arms on the bottom, so definitely a good one. A follower at the convention actually gave me this Doctor Strange cloak. I really, really love this, and thank you so much for gifting this to me. I will definitely be able to use it for some customs without having to take apart my Doctor Strange now. I also got Speed Racer. Yes, they did make Lego Speed Racer sets like, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago or so. And ironically, I don't think I ever got the actual Speed Racer himself, so I was excited about that. Here we have Ethan Hunt from Lego Dimensions, a really nice figure. Unfortunately, I don't really need anything from him but his short-sleeved arms, so the rest will go in my parts bin, and those short-sleeved arms should come in handy. Here we have Han Solo from the Imperial Shuttle set from probably around 2013, 2014 or so. I did have this figure at one time, but I appear to have lost him at some point over the years, so I'm glad to have another chance to get him. Here we have Claire Deering. I don't know from what set, I just know that I didn't have her, and the white torso can definitely come in handy for some customs. Here we have Elizabeth Swann from Pirates of the Caribbean. Great skirt piece, great torso piece, awesome headpiece, and of course that hair always comes in handy for customs like Scarlet Witch from Infinity War and other things like that. This little guy here was $1. I'm pretty sure I didn't have him yet. This is a Lego Star Wars game piece. They did like a little mini Star Wars game and all the pieces were small ones like this, and I was pretty sure I didn't have him. I took a gamble on Tarantula. I couldn't remember if I actually have her or not, and as I'm speaking to you here, I'm looking up on my minifig wall, and I don't see her, so I guess I won the gamble, because I couldn't remember if I had her or not. Here, I think his name is Reinhardt from Overwatch. A lot of people said that I should use this head for Odin. Well, not this head, although that head looks pretty good for the Destroyer from Lego Marvel. Anyways, the head people have said I should use for Odin from, Thor, but Odin's messed up eye is on the other side, so I never really went with that, but I did see this at a pretty good deal, so I just went for it. Now, here I got the comic book style, or I don't even know if you would call this the comic book style, but it's Cheetah from Lego DC. I was pretty sure I didn't have her, and looking up on my minifig wall, I think I guessed right that I didn't have her. Now, these are the two figures I went to the convention really hoping I would find, and I'm very glad I did. This one, of course, is the Harvey Dent Two-Face from the Lego Batman movie. It's the last version of Two-Face that I needed, so I'm glad I got him, but you can see he was definitely a pretty penny, but he's not going down in price at all. And here we have Barbara Gordon, another one that I paid a lot for, but she has these super useful arms that are dual molded with the black on top and the skin tone color on the bottom. I really like using these arms for customs, like for Falcon and things like that, but somehow I lost mine, and I really needed them again, and she only came in one set, so it is a relatively uncommon piece. Now, we did go ahead and save the best for last here. The BrickFair, if you're an exhibitor, you get a 2x2 custom printed brick, so I got my logo printed on that. Then I got the Clark Kent Superman figure. This was an exclusive that came in a DVD pack, so I thought this was really cool. I never got it back in the day, but as you can see, I paid a lot for it, so I kind of wish I had just got it back in the day. Here we have Coleman Trevor from Lego Star Wars. I just don't feel like they'll ever make him again, and even though I paid a lot of money for him, he is very hard to find, and the fact that I could see it in person and kind of inspect it was definitely worth the price. Then we have this giant guy here from Nexo Knights. I just thought that he was a super cool minifigure. I don't know his name, but for $6, I just couldn't leave him behind. Then here, we've got this Snowtrooper, which may not look like much, but if you look at his helmet, look how it's misprinted. You can see that this like black and yellow line should be going along this kind of centerpiece here. And the entire thing is printed off center. I really, really like this. I love oddball misprint stuff like that. And to that point, the coolest thing I got and the final thing to show off is Deadpool. Now, of course, Deadpool is super awesome, but this is a misprint. The actual Deadpool has some printing right here on the leg that's a little pouch, and the one I got is missing that pouch printing. Now, you can tell by examining it in the light that it hasn't been tampered with or, used the eraser method or anything, so it's just a very cool misprint for my favorite theme of a very rare character. And with that being said, that is my haul, you guys. Obviously, it looked a lot prettier when we started than it does now, but let me know what you think of this haul, what your favorite thing here was, and be sure to hit like and subscribe for more content here on the channel every day.
Thanks for checking out today's video. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit like and subscribe down below. And while you're here, maybe check out one of my other videos.